Welcome back to more dialogue.
What noble soldiers and sages the elves, and woe unto us should ever they raise their arms against Fargrove. Alas, our fair town of Fargrove is in grave peril. I fear that Lord Davonmore is lost without Goldrun's wise counsel and power, as may be we all.
I think dwarven redcaps are more scary than, say, elves. Dwarven redcaps are like goblin redcaps, I believe, but they're dwarves and they're pirates. Think of that, dwarven pirates. Doesn't this sound very scary? Yes, because they don't use a ship. They use a floating fortress, basically. And then they come and they pillage and they burn and then they take people and impale them on their hats. And that's how they get them red. And that's why they're called red caps. Dwarven pirates. Ding! Let's continue.
Oh, how his death grieves me so. I'm sorry, but I cannot bear to speak of it further.
Galdrim is the mage that Volgar was fighting in the beginning cutscene.
With the disappearance of his young daughter Elowin, my lord has fallen into fits of rage and stupor.
I think he's taking drugs.
If only Goldrun were here. But alas, that is impossible now.
Maybe he knows where his bipolar medication is.
She has vanished. I've heard that she and her father, Lord Davonmore, had a terrible fight the night of her disappearance. She is surrounded by a sinister cloud of evil. Of this I know.
A cloud of evil is another word for fart.
Is the
Sorry.
greatest power
It's just
of
immature.
the world, and those who master its secrets possess invincible might. There are 4 primary sources of magic, each with its own strengths and weaknesses. I myself am a disciple of arcane magic.
Oh,
and
no
aid you
shit.
well in this. Alas, I know too little of the other magics to be of much help. Beyond arcane magic, of which I am knowledgeable, the other forms of magic are celestial magic, rune magic, and the dark art of nether magic.
Alright, I'm going to sum it up here. Celestial magic is lasers and healing. Rune magic is mainly buffs. Arcane magic is mostly just, I'm going to throw a wad of elemental crap at you and watch it explode. Nether magic is mainly, I'm going to summon shit. But I think it's a bit more diverse than just that.
Nether magic is the most diabolic magic of all, unleashing the power of hell on earth. A mix of nether catals are required to invoke such spells, if you know the secret right and are prepared to pay its price.
There is no price. You just use the ingredients and you get the spell and you cast it. Nothing bad ever happens.
The nether catals needed to invoke nether magic are found in dire places where evil breeds.
Like barrels.
Be warned that such forces are not often disturbed without grave consequence.
They're not disturbed. They're the ones disturbing you. Let's get this straight, Alistair.
Rune magic is contained within secret combinations of the
They're not
mystical
secret at
rune
all.
stones. Each stone is a source of mana that, when joined with the other rune stones, unleashes a spell of great power.
It's not so great when you factor in how much it costs you. It's more like you're throwing money. It's like I'm using money to cast at this point. Granted, once you have the rune stones, you don't have to spend more for more, but if you want to cast more quickly, you want to have more rune stones. And you can't sell the rune stones individually. When you put them together, they kind of stack and the well increases. Like, say it has 100 points and it requires 100 points to cast. You put another one on there and it gets 200 points. But you can't sell that 100 points off of it. So, yeah, you can't get your money back if you accidentally buy one that you don't want.
The more powerful rune stones are very
Expensive.
rare, although on occasion they can be obtained. If you are interested in rune magic, there is someone I know who may be able to help you further. The
He
wizard
lives
Grimlock.
in a very, very, very annoying location.
His tower is far east of Fargrove, in the mountains of the northern steppes. I would advise caution, however, for rumor has it that Grimlock has gone completely mad. Celestial
Yeah.
magic invokes great power through magic crystals that tap celestial energy emanating from the stars. You should ask a member of the Celestial Order if you wish to learn more. The House of the Celestial Order is on the east side of Fargrove, the Temple of the Circene. I suggest you visit there to learn more.
Oh yeah, and completely forget to mention it's part of the main quest.
Here at my Arcane Emporium, I ensure the
You really
wise
picked a terrible
and
name.
judicious use of magic in Fargrove. While I offer assistance to those seeking to wield magical energies, the deepest secrets of these eldritch forces is hidden to all but the most trusted members of the Guild of Mages.
To enter the inner circle, you must play with my wand.
The Guild of Mages is an ancient society dedicated to preserving and passing on the innermost secrets of magic to trusted disciples. Members of the Guild are entitled to special training and gain access to spells and artifacts otherwise too powerful for those not dedicated to the craft. Members are also expected
Like
to make
fireworks.
contribution to the Guild from time to time, and are pledged to honor the sanctity of the Guild and carry out whatever duties may be required, even at the risk of mortal peril.
Then he doesn't read the bottom. I sense there is potential for great magic within you, a rare quality. Who would have thought of that in a player character? And believe with proper study, you could become a formidable wizard. Are you interested in joining the Guild of Mages? Is anybody shocked by this? Have I dropped enough hints that I'm going to have magic as a subclass? No. If you would join the Guild of Mages, you won't be allowed to join some of the other guilds. Mainly, it's not like if you join the Guild of Mages, you're not allowed to join the Fighters Guild. It's meaning it's taking up one of your guild slots. And you can have two. So you can pick the Mages Guild and the Fighters Guild, or you can pick the Mages Guild and the Rogues Guild, or what have you. But you can pick two. The House of the Dragon does not count towards that total. So you can't, like, say, I'm not going to join the House of the Dragon and I want to join 3 of the base guilds. You can't do that. There's also the Celestial Order, so you can go, I want to have, let's say, Arcane Magic and the Celestial Order. Wizard Magic also does include, what is it? It also includes Nether Magic, which is kind of ironic. As a member of the Guild of Mages, you must vow to honor the Guild and uphold its laws, to abide by its decisions, and to keep safe its secrets, and to unfailingly carry out whatever duties may be asked of you, even at the risk of mortal death. Do you so solemnly swear? Yes, I so swear. Return the Staff of Scorching to Rian the Wiccan. Wiccan is a word for good witch, I believe. Basically, people that use the witching arts, but for the benefit of people. But I bet they still burned them in the ages. It's like, I'm a Wiccan, not a witch. I will burn you anyway. That's pretty. I'm sorry. I'm just getting off topic today. I'm tired of all the plot dump. I've seen this too many times. Then on behalf of the Guild of Mages, I am pleased to accept your application. First, however, you must prove your word and worth to the Guild. Rian the Wiccan recently sent a Staff of Scorching to me for recharging, and it is ready to be returned to her. Deliver the Staff of Scorching to Rian, and this will complete your initiation to the Guild. Do not fail or falter in this task, for if you do, the doors of the Guild of Mages will be forever closed to you. Yeah, we'd get the Staff of Scorching, which is actually the Staff of Scaris. It is a very nice staff, but I don't have use magic or use magical item. I can't remember what the hell it is. And so we can't use its special power, which is annoying. Special power.
It's a fine little stave. Packs quite a jolt. Please, be careful not to break it.
You can't break it, by the way. It shoots fire. It will spit fire. Some staves will do this. They have a charge. Apart from its normal magic strike, it can cast a spell when swung. In this one, it basically goes flamethrower and lights shit on fire. It's very, very nice. But I can't show it to you. I think we can pick up one later, though. So, it's not that bad. But he does want us to go to the Devil's Marsh, which is kind of way out there, and it is a terrible location filled with heavy spawn rates. not as much fun.
Rianne the Wiccan lives in a secluded hut deep in the Devil's Marsh. She's a trifle eccentric and keeps to herself, but she's a trusted member of the guild and should welcome your visit. As long as you're polite and don't make her mad, I'm sure you won't have any problems.
You can't piss her off. Don't try. It just doesn't
To
work.
reach the Devil's Marsh, take the Westgate Road from Fargrove toward Arendelle, then turn north at the first fork, I think. Beware, for many dangerous creatures are known to be lurking there.
Wow, shoddy directions. And, Alistair, you don't need to use telepathy to speak to me. You can use your mouth and talk at normal volumes instead of going, no, 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 I'm talking in your brain. Because even with my headphones turned down, that was loud.
Spirit barriers are
Thank you.
pesky things, to be sure. I remember when young Morgenstern trapped himself in the privy for a week. To remove a spirit
That's not funny.
barrier, you will need to invoke a scroll of dispel magic. I believe I have a few of them tucked away in a dusty trunk somewhere, if you need one.
You need this for the main quest. So, to save yourself some backtracking, just get one of these. You know, Alistair, you're a bit of a dick. Someone trapped in the crapper for a week. No food. You're in a toilet. I don't even need to go on. You're stuck in a bathroom for a week. And it's probably the one that doesn't flush. You know how bad that would stink? Gosh. Yeah. Maybe it's a wizard toilet, so it does something wizardy. I don't know.
Oh, I haven't heard from him in years. Don't know whatever became of him.
Trust me, we'll find out, I believe.
Only members of the Guild of Mages may study our secret tomes.
I get it. Don't use telepathy, you jerk. I remind you of your quest. Blah, blah, blah. I'm a dick, because I talk in your brain. No, his inventory didn't change.
Thanks for your patronage.
Thanks for your patronage. Oops, I was trying to scroll down, but this game
Farewell and good travels.
isn't balanced for mouse wheel, I guess. What should we pick next? Athletics? That's invasive. Yes, I'm going to invasively leap at you. Doesn't sound right at all. I can start boosting medium armor. Alright, here's the thing. When we start boosting medium armor, it is limited to the level of skill that we have in light armor, I believe. So if we have a skill level 3, I think we can only have level 3 in medium armor. Not entirely sure, but I think that's the way it works. And of course, this only really works in multiplayer, because it reduces... No, it does work if you summon enemies too, so long as you can get behind them. And it is useful for steel. Steel becomes useful later in the game because most enemies will only drop gold. Some caster enemies will drop cure poisons, scrolls, and sometimes spells. But later in the game, when we get to the Demigoth lands, they drop pieces of armor. And they don't drop any pieces of armor, they drop plate armor. And since they have a really high amount of health, they can drop a lot of it. In fact, I've, on one occasion, received 5 sets of plate armor from one of them. How is he carrying 5 sets of plate armor? I don't know. All I know is that I was happy to receive that much because it meant I got a lot of money from him and I could use it to buy spells that I could promptly throw at someone and like smash a fireball into someone's face. It's always quite gratifying. Now, what do we need? Oh, where's my book? There it is. I want to make sure that I'm on the right track. We need more fastitude and more better at hitting things. I'm going to pick better at hitting things for now. We don't need to be stronger yet. I could do with more health, though. Yeah, 2 points of health, that'll work. We do not gain extra health points when we level up. So say you're like level 35 and your vitality is like 21. I think you'll still have 62 points of health. So it's a good idea to put points into there when you can, or just, yeah, if you're bored and you have points but you can't spend on anything else. This game does not penalize you for spending points on small abilities. Say, like, athletics costs you like 300 points way off in the future. Go ahead and put points into it. It's not going to penalize you and make other skills more expensive. At least it doesn't seem to, so feel free. That being said, I think this is a good place to stop it. We've received plot dump. My timer went off. We got through it. The man spoke telepathically. It's going to take ages to compress this. Picked up the light chainmail. We killed the big monster thingy. All that lies ahead of us is to go to the temple district and speak to the temple to seer scene and go to a really, really, really painful area. I know I use that a lot, but there are a lot of painful areas in the game, and the area in the temple district is going to be not fun. But I'm not going to tell you about it or exactly give away the specifics on it because I don't want to spoil it yet. I want you to first-hand view the pain and suffering that I will receive. With that, I bid you adieu.